This video wasn't even planned on my calendar. I was supposed to get the reviews for the Japanese watches out, but this just can't wait. It has been sold out, most of the watches, unless you are willing to pay a premium. More on that later. Today we're going to talk about the Seiko Pepsi, the real Pepsi watch. So for those of you who are still new to watches, sometimes you come across names like Tuna, Turtle, Batman, Hulk, Coke, and arguably the most famous one is going to be Pepsi. Now these are just nicknames, they aren't the official names from the brands. Watch fans just took the liberty to name the watches such. And the Pepsi nickname comes from the Rolex GMT Master, with a blue and red bezel that resembles the Pepsi logo. This name isn't reserved only for Rolexes, it's spread to other brands as well, as long as they have that iconic red and blue bezel. But all of these are just nicknames until this one collaboration here. And I personally think this is a genius marketing from Seiko. Seiko officially collaborated with Pepsi and released two watches in September this year, the white one and the black one. And what I have here is the white one, and I can't proceed further in the review without talking about the unboxing and the packaging. Unboxing this was an experience. I was so excited to unbox this. This came as a total surprise when the watch was announced, and I know that we're going to be in Japan in September, so I was expecting to get this from Japan, but surprisingly we didn't see any. They weren't displayed anywhere. It's not even advertised, it's not even promoted, not even in their Seiko boutique stores. The one prominent collab that I saw was only the Datsun one. So after coming back home, my husband decided to surprise me with this. He was at work and he texted me, there's this one package waiting for me. It was the Seiko Pepsi. Funny thing is, I am not exactly a Pepsi fan, not the drink, and not exactly the watch either. I just find myself leaning more towards the monochromatic kind of watches. I never really liked the color blue and red on the bezel. Gosh, I sound like a boring person now. Oops. But yeah, the thing is, the collector in me still kind of wants this. I just find the packaging is very cool. It's just nice to have. I mean, it comes in a like 90s retro. Oh my god. This one. It comes in a retro 90s can. This one. Oh gosh, that's embarrassing. I actually bought this as a prop. Yeah. Guess how much is this in Indonesia? Oh god. It's just very awesome to be able to collect this. I like that they printed the specifications on the back of the can. I mean, it takes extra effort, but it's just very nice that they took the effort to do that. Now, another reason that I wanted this was that exclusivity. Yeah, I fell for it. I fell for the marketing gimmick. Only 7,000 of these are available worldwide, and I heard, just a rumor, okay? Just a rumor. I heard only a couple of hundreds are being allocated each country. Although Seiko has lots and lots of limited editions out there, but I think this is probably one of the more popular ones within the watch community. In fact, it's already sold out in most of the stores. This SRPL99 comes in 38mm case for a 4.2 lug to lug, 12mm stick, lug width 20mm, Hardlex crystal with 100 meters of water resistance. This watch uses the usual 4R36 automatic movement, 24 joules and 41-hour power reserve. This model comes in a familiar case design, the SKX silhouette with just a bit of changes. It is slightly thinner than the original SKX by 1mm. It is also slightly lighter. Again, this is not a real diver's watch, so I think it's unfair to compare with the real diver's watch here. This is after all a watch that took the popularity of the design silhouette of the SKX and made it under the Seiko 5 line, which is a budget lineup from Seiko. It's probably fairer to compare with the Seiko 5 Sports, aka 5KX. However, I do not have that watch, so I'm just comparing based on the pictures and videos that I gather from other people. One big difference, the 5KX usually has a single color bezel, like dark blue or black, but this collab, well, it's of course all about that red and blue Pepsi bezel. It's an aluminium insert, with the first 20 minutes in red with minute markers, then 20 to 60 minutes onwards in blue with 5 minutes increments without minute markers. It's a unidirectional with 120 clicks and they're pretty loud and clicky. What is a nice upgrade from the usual 5KX is that this one has a lume pip at the 12 o'clock on the bezel. Very nice, I love that they added this one. It's just nicer in the dark and it's not something that you will always get in the 5KX lineup. Another part that stood out is the sunburst silver dial. The hour markers are applied and lume with blue frames. The same goes to the hands as well. I'm also very glad that they gave me a kanji day date calendar for this one. I'm not sure if this applies to all 7,000 pieces. So if you have one of these, please let me know whether is it in kanji or not. I'm just curious. For me, I'm very happy with this. This is my first ever kanji day date watch from Seiko. Little things, right? You have the usual Seiko 5 logo and the... You know what? I'm a bit thirsty. You have the usual Seiko 5 logo and the automatic word below, but this one with the additional word Pepsi. I just prefer this logo than the other Seiko Pepsi Collab watch, the black one. What impresses me the most is the lume performance, and I'm not joking, it's really bright. Well, the lume is lume bright, technically the same with all these other watches, but it's just... this Seiko Pepsi is just so bright. I remember wearing this watch at my working desk that has sort of indirect sunlight. Then I stepped into another room, then oh my gosh, this watch was glowing so bright. It really caught me by surprise. At 4 o'clock, you have the unsigned crown with crown guards. But because I was so used to my SKX screw down crown, I kept unscrewing this. You have a very nice Pepsi logo on the transparent case back. Still slightly visible, you can still see the 4R36 movement there. And on the side of the case back, it's a limited edition number of 5267 over 7000. The lug width is 20mm with drill lugs! Yay! So making strap changes is just way easier, you can just poke it. Speaking of the bracelet's okay. It's a little bit jangly, but it's still okay to me. The part that I dislike the most is that they have only 2 micro adjusts, which means I can't share this watch with my husband. Now let's talk about the collab. It's almost sold out everywhere. My husband paid slightly above the retail to get this watch, but I think it's still a reasonable price to pay compared to what I see in the secondary market. It's crazy. Do you want to know how much? It's 1,000? What? I'm guessing most of these pieces, right, they actually went to scalpers, and I hate that because it just... I mean, people who really want these watches, they just can't buy it. So for those of you who wanted this, I wish you guys best of luck. But in my opinion, I just find it crazy to pay 1,000 for this, and it's definitely not worth that price. What are the pros and cons about this watch? Well, first thing, the size, 38mm. I love that size, and it's very wearable even for a female watch wearer like myself. It's a fun watch. Though the design is still very wearable, it's not over the top crazy kind of watches like most of the Seiko collaborations out there. These colors are still conservative, are still very nice, very cool. And I think the colors, especially the hands, the hour indices, the dial, everything just works very well together. It just matched very nicely with the Pepsi bezel. I really like the sunburst finishing on the dial. I just think it's better than the finishing, the normal matte finishing in most of the 5KX. Now kanji date, I love that. The lume is impressive. It has a lume pip, but my favorite part of this watch will have to be the packaging. The cons of this watch is that it's getting way out of hand. It just skyrocketed, and again, most of these I'm guessing is sold by scalpers. For those of you who like this sort of Pepsi watch, but obviously you don't want to pay 1,000 for this, you can go for these alternatives. I have this Seiko SRPD53 Pepsi dial. You have that red blue bezel for a 2.5mm, so it's a bit big. It's retail about $350. It's just not official Pepsi Collab. If you want a brand other than Seiko, you have this Timex here. It's a Q Timex, also with the Pepsi dial. It's a GMT quartz watch. And yeah, I'm just trying to get this video out before the Japanese watches because some of you DM me whether is it worth it to get this one. I would say actually the retail price are pretty okay. I would say yes, get it if you really like this sort of look and collab and the whole packaging like me. But for $1,000, I would say hold off to it first. Wait for the price to drop. Hopefully it will drop. But yeah, if you like Pepsi, look, just go with the alternatives. Now that's all from me today. Hit the like button to help to spread this video to a wider audience. I would greatly appreciate that. And please comment below whether do you like this collab? Like, what do you think about this whole packaging? Do you really like it? I'll look forward to see your comments. And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Not cool, not nice. Oh my gosh, so much nicer with ice.